Hello, everybody. Welcome to Tsukihime, Chapter 11, Blood Red Moon, Part 2. Like the Lotus data? Yes. We literally just started this last stream. Sorry, there's a lot of scuffing happening, but you know me by now. Nothing can function well in my facility. Oop, I got the blanket on. I need to make hot cocoa. Ugh. I do not. Anyway, after a week, I finally have the energy to continue this. Let's go. It's morning. I feel for my glasses and put them on before I open my eyes. Shiki's me for real, for real. Like for glasses wearers, this is like your first instincts to get your glasses, because that's how it is for me. Ah. Anyway, I feel from the sky outside the window is a beautiful blue, beautiful, beautiful gentle blue. Sorry, I'm really giddy right now. Because it's like we got two more chapters and then everything's done, and I'm like, I'm so happy though. Anyway, but no amount of sun could brighten my mood. The reason for my misery is obvious. I can't shake the image of her moonlit profile as she apologized to me. It'll be better for the both of us. What does she mean by that? Was she asking me to forgive what I did to her in the alley? Oh, sorry, forget. Bleh. I could never forget. Or did she want me to forget all about her? Probably both. Either way, that's not going to happen. There's no way I could forget even a moment of our time together. I stare down at my hands. My fingers are still recall the feeling of her body, the smoothness of her skin, the way she felt cool to the touch yet warm at the same time. Now, all I got are regrets. If she decided to kill me back then, I wouldn't have begrudged her one bit. Same. But despite my guilt, a selfish thought rears its head. A whole week? I mean, it practically been a week, Angel, and hello, Angel, how you doing? Anyway, why couldn't I have more control over myself? When my fingers coursed through her body, I was a little more than an animal. Had I been possessed more of my senses, had I been more human, it could have been. I bit back at my self-indulgent fantasies. Her gold eyes were what made me lose it. When it was, I started to feel this way. Without realizing it, without even knowing why, I have fallen for her. I felt like this for so long that maybe even for a moment she said she'll forgive me for these things I did to her. It was never about Roa to begin with. I've been crazy about Arcueid since day one. Well, you did stalk her. Just bored. Were you not there when we were reading the traumatizing things? Anyway, but now it's probably for the best if we didn't meet again. I can't stop thinking about how lonely her smile felt back then. It's too late. If I noticed sooner, I wouldn't have made her feel that way. Well, Shiki is our biggest idiot. Hold on. The morning plays out as usual. Isui comes to wake me up. I find Akia and Kohaku in the parlor. We exchange pleasantries before I head to school. You should be arrested. Anyway, the same mundane routine. This peace and quiet was what we put our lives on the line for. I should be happy I didn't lose anything. Yet I feel empty, like the machine plain blankly following its pre-programming commands. I perform my morning regimen before leaving for school. Big words, big words. The students near the gate look cheerful. As I pick bits of conversations here and there, I realize that everyone's chattering about their weekend plans.
そっか、今日は金曜日だったっけ。
Ah, right. Today's Friday. I was so caught up in the Hurricane Arcueid I completely lost track of what day it is. We first met on a Friday morning, too. She was right here, waiting for me by the crossing.
あいつ、笑ってたんだよな。
She was smiling back then, come to think of it. From the very first day, she always had a smile on her face. Even when she was laying on ambush for her murderer, not once did she lose that mischievous glint in her eyes.
なんでだろうな。理由ぐらいは聞いてみたい。
I wonder why. I should have asked her. But the chance to ask her has come and gone. There's no way I'll find her waiting for me in the park again. I don't know, Arcueid's funny like that. I take my seat. There's 5 more minutes until homeroom. With nothing else to do, I idly look over the schoolyard from the window.
おはようさん。ここのところ欠席が目立ちますが、ついに本気出してきましたか？
Morning! Look who's back on the grind after being suspiciously absent. I have a long, drawn-out sigh. Normally I exchange barbs with him, but I just don't feel like I have the energy for it today. Forgot to ask, how was your day? Well... Oh, fudge! I have laundry! Hold on. Yeah, I'm so sorry about that. I completely forgot I was doing laundry. Oh no. So I put it to the dryer and I'll just leave it in the dryer when it's done by the end of the day. I mean, end of the stream. Blip, blip. Oh my god. Anyway. Damn, dude. You've seen better days. Didn't even bother showing up yesterday. Now you're here and you look like an empty husk. It's no fun coming to school when you're like this, man. Arihiko slumps his shoulders in an exaggerated motion.
悪いけど、今日は一人にしてくれ。いいだろう、俺なんかいなくても。お前には先輩がいるんだから。いや、むしろ俺がいない方がラッキーなんじゃないか。
Sorry, but I'm not in the mood for this. I'm sure a certain upperclassman will be more than happy to entertain you instead. Better yet, you might actually get lucky with her. If I'm not there to cockblock.
Huh?
LMAO, how do you forget? I just forget, okay? I was like, oh yeah, I'll just take out my clothes before the stream. And then all my energy went into the fucking stream. And then I forgot to take out the clothes. Huh? What upperclassmen? Don't you think... I don't think I know any third years.
何言ってるんだお前。先輩は...
Yeah, you do. You know, I'm talking about... My sentence stops. Who was I talking about again? Neither of us knows any of the third years. Suspicious. Blue-haired woman. Sus. Oh, guess that's me. See ya. Around lunch. Arihiko slips out his classroom's back door. Head empty for real. Those are fighting words! Anyway, just as he leaves, the door of the front opens to let Miss Noel, or not. It turns out to be a homeroom teacher from the class next door.
あれ、マクマ先生？ここ 2C ですよ。間違いました？
Mr. Makuma? This is 2C, dude. You got the wrong room.
間違いじゃありませんよ。それがですね、皆さんのクラスの担任さんは、
Oh,
今朝、
well that was
学
fast.
校をお辞めになられたというか。
No mistakes here, kids. I'm afraid the lady in charge of your class resigned this morning. The laid-back math teacher explains the situation in an empathetic tone.
嘘！ノエル先生いねえの？
No fucking way! Miss Noel's gone?
教師ってそんな簡単に辞められるものなんですか？
Wait, can teachers just decide to up and quit like that?
1週間持たないとか自由にも程がある。
She didn't even last a week. What the hell?
やっぱビッチ系だったか、あの肉食。
I read downloading Cookie Run Kingdom. Ah, you're on the Cookie Run Kingdom grind set too. Nice, nice. I'm on the Beast continent right now, but what do I have to say to that? I'm rolling. I finally got my first Beast cookie like a week ago. I completely forgot to share this with you. So I managed to actually get the Beef of Sloth. What's her name? Oh my god. But if you know, you know. If you don't, she's pink. Anyway, we told you she was just some hoe. I can't believe that was written. Shoutouts to Natsu. Absolute peak. Walls of despair erupts from Miss Noel's dedicated male fan club. It finally clicks in my head. In this place so far removed from everything, something as trivial as a teacher quitting forced me to face reality. It's really over. Miss Noel was only ever a substitute teacher to observe me, or rather, the person she believed to be Vampire Roa. If she's gone, it means her work here is done. I'm not completely free from the whole Vampire Roa deal. Not a single thread connects me to it any longer. True. Nothing but the darkness. I love how Tsukihime has better fucking speed. The goddamn Fate Samurai Revenant. Anyway, classes end for the day. With tomorrow being Saturday, the students scurry off like an army of arachnids the second the final bell rings. Weird. That's a weird way to describe it. First time in a while since I heard kids being compared to arachnids. I fulfilled my scholarly obligations for today. The rest of this time I can dedicate to myself. So I'll just... What should I be doing? I'm like a kite cut loose from its strings. Gone is my obligation to protect this place. Gone is our mission to get rid of the city of vampires. I prefer of the one driving force that guides me for the past week. Who cares anymore? I might as well take a nap here. It'll be a perfect sensible thing for an ordinary person to do. She's gone. Miss Noel's gone too. Maybe. Trauma! I got myself too deep with this vampire business. The executor said that for humans, there's no such thing as a good vampire. Can I really still believe she's good after seeing her like that? It'll be smarter to go home while you still can. This might be your last chance to pretend you were never involved in any of this. The blonde-headed kid warns residents in my mind. Yeah, Shiki. Look on the bright side. You can finally say goodbye to this vampire crap and go back to living a normal life. That is true. That is true. Okay, let's see here. Flat. Flat. Well, forget... Remember Arcueid or forget Arcueid. This is the Arcueid route, so I'm gonna say... Look upon reality in the end.
そうだな。
It's neat that it happened, I guess. Very traumatizing. Was it worth it? Vlov's dead, so maybe. Yeah, that's right.
ここが潮時だ。それは間違いない。
I gotta do this. I'll be a fool not to. I can't see her again. How can I do how could I after what I did? But even so, I'm determined to fulfill my promise to her one last time. If I got the chance to come face to face with the things I couldn't do, I have to take it. And perhaps once I do that, I'll be able to put these emotions to rest. Nothing but the beautiful orange sky. I stand in front of the disaster's ruins. 6 days have passed since the fire. The area is now completely silent. The ruins are more than a little cruel reminder of the tragedy that took place. Not a trace remains of the once popular park in front of the station. This place used to be so full of life, full of people unknown to me, who I'll never cross paths with. I never knew, yet I can't just let it go. But yet I can let it go. I never knew them. It'll be easy enough to absolve myself from guilt, especially when I had no hand in this. If ignorance is a sin, then all humans are sinners. If insincerity is evil, then all humans is damned. So why should I hang my head here? I can't let myself lament the deaths of strangers. Mourning the dead out of my own arbitrary feelings of sadness is just wrong. Instead, farewells ought to be used to reflect on our times with them. The tears we shed should honor their memories as well as their deeds. Tears are apologies born out of sorrow, nothing more than rituals we perform for our own selfish ends. That should mean I can just turn back and put this all behind me. Or so I thought.
バカか俺は。
I'm such an idiot. Despite everything, I can't seem to pull myself anyway. Ah! Ah! No! This is very important. Let me read. I shouldn't feel this sadness. I shouldn't feel this righteousness. At the end of the day, I should just be looking out for myself. And yet, I kept coming to the same conclusion.
And secondly, I don't need people to help me grow up.
Motherfucker, we're having a vote. Okay, I'm gonna drink. Okay, that's one bottle of water done. Second water bottle. Ready. Alright, anyway. We can't just call it quits after you lost it all. Once you've done everything you can, you should let the curtain fall with your head held high. It feels like a stranger taught me that once upon a time. Weird take, but okay. Footsteps echoes behind me. I looked over to see her. Oh, your cheesecake? Blant. Oh, I can't. Yeah, you never sent the picture of your cheesecake. Crazy. Anyway, a girl wearing our school uniform, though I don't recognize her face. And while I feel like I should know her, I can't recall her name. Suspicious?
こんにちは。あなたも献花に来たんですか?
Hello. Did you come to bring the flowers too?
いや、俺は。
No, Her eyes are locked on the area in front of the barricade. The place is covered in bouquets. They rustle in unison, as if in remembrance of the dearly departed. That was weird. I pressed the A button like 3 times.
自分を確かめに来ただけなんだ。
I came here to make up my mind.
半分ぐらい答えは出た。
I've been searching for an answer, and I found half of one in the end. There's no way I could turn my back to these vampires. I can't forget about Roa, and I definitely can't forget about her.
やっぱりそうでしたか。困った人ですね。あなたは。
What did I expect? You really are a troublesome one. She never once looked at me, nor do I look at her. It seems the polite thing to do for someone who came all this way to offer a warning to a stranger.
ロアを追うということは彼女を追うということです。
Chasing after Roa is the same as chasing after
そ
her.
の意味が分かっていますか？
Do you understand what I mean?
分かってます。どの道俺一人じゃ何もできない。
I do. Either way, I won't be able to do this alone.
分かっていませんね。
You don't understand at
彼
all.
女を追ってもあなたは殺されるだけです。アルクエイド・ブリュンスタットとはもう
Chasing
これ以
after...
上あってはいけません。
Forgive me, self. Anyway, chase after Arcueid Brewster will only serve to get you killed. You shouldn't meet her again.
それはどうして？
Why is that?
一度でも吸血衝動に負けた真相はもう手遅れだからです。
Oof. The moment a true ancestor gives into their vampiric impulses, there is no
血
going
を吸
back.
いたいという欲求は真相にだってある。
The urge to drink blood lurks in all true ancestors.
そもそも人間の血を吸いたいという欲求は真相から人間に移されたもの。
In fact, it was they who first craved human blood, and they who went on to contaminate humans with the same affliction.
死とは所詮人間の慣れの果てに過ぎない。私たち人間にとって正真正銘の怪物は真相と呼ばれる始まりの吸血鬼。
You
彼女
see,
にとって
oh,
あなたは
this is a
協
whole
力者であ
paragraph.
る前に血液に過ぎません。
Lore, folks. Anyway, you see, the apostles are just humans who end up as husk of their former selves. Humanity's true enemy has always been the true ancestors, the progenitors of all vampires. Understand that in her eyes, you has always been more of a blood bank than a partner.
始まりって、それはどういう？
Progenitors? What are you?
考えたことがないとは言わせません。
You never thought about
血を
it?
吸われたことで人間が吸血鬼化するのなら、その根源、大元にあたる、初めから吸血鬼だった存在がいることを。
When a vampire feeds on a human, a new vampire is created. Which means, if you trace back their lineage, there must have been a first.
この生命としての系統樹が異なる吸血種を真祖と言います。
True ancestors stand atop the vampire family tree.
人間の血なんて必要なく、人たちと同等、
This part always confused me,
そ
but
れ以上の超越能力を持つ者たち。
sorry, fly. Anyway, they may not need human blood to thrive, but that doesn't mean they're any less capable. If anything, their powers eclipse those of the dead apostles.
彼女はその真祖と呼ばれる一族の王族なんです。
And the girl you know is considered true ancestor royalty.
彼らには身分階級がありませんから、王族というのは正しくはありませんけど。
Bruh. You'll panic when something lands on your skin without consent. Anyway, though they didn't actually follow a class system, so perhaps royalty isn't the right word to use. I'm a little taken aback. That was quite the revelation? Fire Emblem revelation? I'm gonna kill myself. Okay, I'll shut the fuck up now. Since she will do or say things that completely devoid of common sense, I've jokingly been calling her a princess, but never did I mention she'd actually be one. Damn. Not even a children's book would include a princess this stupidly cheerful or reckless.
いいですか。
You need to understand.
真祖と呼ばれる吸血種には、使徒たちよりはるかに業の深い吸血衝動がある。
A true ancestor's thirst for blood is as far stronger and steep in the sin that of the dead apostles.
真祖たちはもともと人間の血がなくても生存できる。
Yet, they do not need blood to survive.
けれど、その誕生にどんな間違いが起こったのか、彼らは唯一の欠点、不要な機能を持ってしまった。
Their creation had but one flaw, One unnecessary feature.
それが吸血衝動。ただ人間の血が欲しいという思考性です。
The vampiric impulse, a perlation for a taste of human blood.
過去、神祖に襲われればこれに対抗できる人間はいなかった。
Ugh.
そして血を吸われた人間は、その時点で人間でなくなってしまう。
In the past, humans had no way to resist a true ancestor on the prowl. Not to mention, they ceased to be human the moment they were fed
原
upon.
因は生命体としてのスケールの違いとも、彼らは
Oh.
血液を魂として捉えているとも言われています。
Some speculate the change is necessary because our biologies are too fundamentally different. Others believe that they hold dominion over our blood and able to manipulate our very souls using
神
it.
祖という強大な生命に血を奪われた時点で、人間は人間ではいられなくなる。その神祖の
Darn.
本心、
We're just
平た
puppets.
く言えば
Meat
人形になってし
puppets. When our blood is stolen by a superior life form like a true ancestor, it's impossible to remain human. We instead become derivatives of them, puppets to be used as they see
まう。仮
fit.
に血を吸う側の神祖がそれを望まなくとも、
Whatever the true ancestor intended or not,
思い出した。使徒は自分の血を送ることで人間を仲間にするんだっけ。逆に神祖ってやつはただ血を吸うだけで人間を犯すってことですか。
I remember hearing that dead apostles have to transfer their own blood in order to turn other humans into vampires, but you're making it sound like true ancestors can convert them just by sucking their blood. Wait, no.
そしてもう
What?
彼らの吸血衝動には理由
Oh
が
my
ない。
god, that's omega cracked. What the fuck?
理由がないから止めようがない。
Natsu. What the fuck? Precisely, to make matters worse, there is no underlying cause for their vampiric impulse, and without one, it's impossible to stop.
神祖という完璧な生命が内包した欠点。
It is a singular flaw in an otherwise perfect
死
species.
に至る病とでも言えましょうか。彼らは血を吸いたいという衝動を抑えて生きています。
A fatal flaw, even. A disease. Thank you! Let me get the water. I'm learning so much, and I don't want to live in the Naziverse. I really fucking don't, and this is confirming it. A fatal flaw, even a disease, they are doomed to live out their entire existence, feebly fighting their craving for
そ
blood.
れは理性で我慢をするといったレベルの話ではありません。具体的、物理的に彼らは持てるすべての力を使って
It's not like they can simply resist their urges through logic and perseverance. It is that of physical nature. They are constantly utilizing most, if not all, of their powers to keep it at bay.
強大な異能を自身に使うことで彼らは吸血衝動を抑えている。けれどもし何らかの外的要因でその神祖の能力が低下してしまった場合、抑えていた吸血衝動がどうなるかわかりますか？
Alright, they use their immense powers to contain their blood-sucking urges, but what happens if, for some whatever reasons, an external force causes their powers to diminish? What will happen if they can no longer suppress their desire any longer? What happens if external forces causes their powers to diminish? Say, if someone inflicted a heavy wound and they have to extend a great deal of their own power to recover, if they were killed in such a degree that reviving took nearly all of the energy they had. Ah man, Shiki feels like he's responsible now. Let's assume Arcueid has 10 units of energy. And let's say she was using 7 of those 10 units of energy to hold back her urges all the time. If she really used to lose 5 of them, that would leave her with just 5 units to hold back 7 units worth of desire. That's not enough. that what she would take is too much of up for that defect.
それでその衝動とやらを抑えられなくなった真相はどう
So,
なるんですか？
what happens to a true ancestor that no longer is able to suppress their thirst?
もちろん人の血を吸います。その後には何もありません。
Simply, they'll drink blood, and once they do that, it's all
一度
over.
衝動に負けた真相は、あとは落ちていくだけです。
A true ancestor that crave into their vampiric impulses even once is lost forever.
一度血の味を知った真相は、その衝動による痛みも倍化すると聞きます。結果として、
For those
も
who
う二度
tasted
と吸
blood,
血衝動をこらえることができなくなる。
resisting the urge becomes twice as painful. None has been able to fight against it after having their first taste.
真相は極めて優れた種ですが、吸血衝動を抑えなくてはいけないため、全力を出せません。
Despite being a superior species, they're incapable of even unleashing their full strength, as some of it is always devoted to curbing their
です
impulses.
が落ちた真相は、もう自らを束縛する必要がない。
But fallen true ancestors are free. They are unchanged from their need to hold
あ
back.
とはただ、自らの
Explaining Red Arc.
人の血を吸う怪物になる。
Anyway, they turn into monsters that exist solely to gorge out on human blood. Ugh, gross. I think of the time Arcueid looked back then. Her bloodshot eyes, her wild and ragged panting, the way her breath burns against her neck.
でも
But it has to be lies. She told me herself she's terrified of drinking blood. Oh. Terrified for a good reason. She knows that once she has a taste, she'll never be able to stop.
ただ、かろうじて救いがあるとしたら、衝動は突発的なものだということです。
If there's one silver lining, it's that the impulse comes in sudden, unexpected waves.
真祖たちは一人だけ、耐えきれなくなった時のためにしもべを用意しておきます。
Ah.
使徒と呼ばれる者たちの始まりですね。
So, a servant can So a true ancestor can keep a servant around in case they succumb to their urges. This is where the apostle gets their name.
彼らはすでに死んでいる使徒。真祖たちに痛み止めとして生かされていた吸血鬼。それがこの町に救っていた使徒と区分される吸血鬼の始まりです。
They are quite literally dead apostles of the true ancestors. Vampires kept around as a contingency to numb the master's pain, should they fall into temptation. There lies the root of our current dead apostles' infestation. All of them came from the fallen true ancestors. Rough.
ですが、アルクエイド・ブリュンスタットには、そのしもべがいない。
But Arcueid Brunstad kept no servants.
今まで必要がなかっただけですね。
Or at least, she never needed one until now.
真祖の中でも特別だった彼女は、自らの意志だけで吸血衝動を抑えられていた。
Oh.
ですが、それも昨夜で限界を迎えた。
Oh, damn. I feel terrible. Oof. She was unique among the true ancestors for being able to suppress her urge through sheer force of will, but last night she hit her limits.
吸血衝動に果てはありませんし、消えることもない。
There's no telling how strong a true ancestor urge may grow, nor is there any hope that it'll ever subside.
何度も抑えてきた衝動という沈殿物は、そのうち器から溢れてしまう。
Even if they manage to suppress them time and time again, a day shall come when those urges prevail.
彼らは長く生きれば生きるほど、自らに抱えた吸血衝動を肥大化させていってしまう。
Brother! The longer they live, the stronger the craving gets, only swelling over time.
そうして自分の力だけでは抑えきれなくなった時、
And then, when the day finally arrives, they can rest no
自
longer.
らの衝動が自らの能力を超えてしまった時、彼らは同族の手によって命を絶たれます。
The day when their urges outgrow their ability to contain them, that's when they have to be killed by the hands of their own brethren.
それが寿命のない彼らにとっての終わりなんです。
That is the fate awaiting an immortal that would otherwise be no end. Yeah, this one flaw that they have sucks. What the? Who made their blueprint? Jesus. They're forced to keep to themselves in check, knowing full well what lies in store if they don't. The second they slip and reach their limit, they're put down by a friendly face. There's nothing perfect about that. No matter how powerful they are born with a fatal flaw that can never be cured of.
でもあいつは大丈夫だったよ。
But doesn't that mean Arcueid's a lost
昨日だ
cause?
ってすぐに元に戻ったんだ。今は俺のせいで力が弱ってるけど、怪我さえ治って力を自由に使えるようになればきっと。
Whoa, even after all that stuff yesterday, she still went back to normal. She's only weak because I injured her in the first place. Once she heals up, she should have more than enough energy to...
ありえません。
She won't.
だってもともと彼女は限界なんですから。
She's been at her limit from the very start. What?
彼女が誕生したのは12世紀と言われています。
Wait, chat. Chat, Hold on. Okay, to you, everything is going... Okay. Okay, we're back. Sorry, oh my god, I thought my stream crashed. No! 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 Okay. Is this better? Hold on. You know, I'm just gonna let this play. Okay, cool. Sorry, the screen turned black. I realized that I need to touch the mouse every once in a while just to make sure it's still active. Because I have like a timer on it, but it's like... Didn't think it would be this bad.
彼女の中にわだかまった衝動はじき彼女自身を食い破ります。むしろ今までよく持った方でしょう。
It says that she was born somewhere in the 12th century? Even if she was the one conscious... Wait. Sorry, I have to have an argument with a friend later. Anyway, even if she was the only consciousness for a handful of years in total, it doesn't lessen the time her body have existed. Her pent-up urges must have been eating away for her for all these years. If anything, it's amazing she held out as long as she
彼女
has.
はアルクエイドはもう未来のない命なんです。
But she, Arcueid, is out of time. Her end is long overdue. Bruh, Arcueid's just here to take elves. What the fuck? Thump. For the first time ever, it's not my anemia that makes me feel lightheaded. It's the stranger's words struck with me with such force that I can hardly speak straight. What the hell? So this entire time, Arcueid was out here hunting vampires, even though she knew she was doomed. That does not make sense. It can't be true.
先輩の話は
I
通らない。
I don't get it, senpai.
だってさ、もう自分がダメだって分かっているやつが俺たちのためなんかに吸血鬼を退治しに来るわけがない。
Why would she bother exterminating vampires for our sake then, when she knows her life is about to come to an end?
彼女が吸血鬼を処理するのは私たちのためではありません。
She
そ
doesn't
れが
hunt.
彼女の役割だからです。
Damn! Right for the noggin. She doesn't hunt vampires for our sake. She does it for her own. It's her duty.
役割って
her duty. And who decided that?
彼女以外の神祖たちでしょうね。
The other true ancestors, of course.
彼女が生まれた12世紀は最も落ちた神祖がはびこった時代です。
Ah, the 12th century was where she was born into. It was an era rife with depraved true ancestors.
神祖たちは落ちた神祖もその神祖がいたずらに増やしていく使徒も放ってはおけなかった。
The remaining true ancestors couldn't simply ignore their fallen brethren and the countless dead apostles that were given rise to. How the fuck did we even beat them? That is the real question.
必要としない純粋な神祖を誕生させ処刑役にした。
So in response, they decided to create a pure true ancestor whose sole purpose in life was to kill someone who can be their executioner.
それがアルクエイドという神祖なんです。
Arcueid was to be that someone.
彼女はミサイルみたいなもので、ひとたび城から放たれれば最後、標的になった吸血鬼は
Whoa.
確実に滅び去ったという話です。
She's a weapon akin to a guided missile. Once that stops at nothing to kill her target when she launched from the castle. Thump. Another wave of dizziness. Stop. Please stop talking about her like that. She can bleed. She can know pain. She feels pain. And still, she decided to help all of us. She's kind, soft-hearted person. Quit describing her like she's some kind of weapon.
いえ、兵器なんですよ。もともと彼女はそういった意味合いでのみ存在を許されていた。
And yet, she was just a weapon. That was all she was created to be.
ですから、この町に来てからの彼女はどうかしていたんでしょうね。あんなに話をする彼女を見たのは初めてです。
What makes it all the more apparent that something has changed in her when she came to the city. I never seen her talk this way before.
もともと彼女は言葉を口にすることさえなかったのですから。
In fact, I never seen her talk at all. Huh? We're talking about the same Arcueid here. The one who never knows when to shut up?
だって彼女は余分なことはしないんです。
It's been ingrained in her to refrain from anything unnecessary.
昔から、もう何百年も昔から、彼女はそうやって生きてきた。あの三冠の古城に生を受けた時からずっと永遠に変わることなく。
That's how she lived her life for centuries, from the day she was born in that ancient castle tucked away in the mountains. It was the one thing that has remained a constant throughout all this time. Whoa. Thump. My vision clouds over as the beating of my heart echoes in my ears. She. Hey, Buster. I sense sarcasm rising from you already. I'm about to play Overwatch now, out of spite. Anyway. Where is this? Hi, Angie. Mm-hmm. How's like mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Wait, how is Shiki seeing this place? Hold on. I see something that I shouldn't know. A memory that I'm not supposed to have. A paradise lost in the mountain. Oh, I know how. I don't think it's explained yet. Anyway, a field composed of the dawn and an image of the inner sea. Anyway, life is going good. I was busy doing laundry before this. Anyway, at the center of this castle lies a courtyard. Amidst a sea of white flowers stands a lone woman, eyes closed, adrift in a dream. She never known anything except what she needs to know. Nor is she granted any freedom.
倒すべき対象が決定された時だけ外に出される。
She is only allowed outside during her next target when her next target is determined.
その時に応じた知識を教え込まれて確実に敵を処刑できるように。
At such a time, she is taught whatever knowledge she needs to execute her target with certainty. There's no one else. No one to talk to. No one to come across.
定められた吸血鬼を殺して帰ってきた彼女は知識を洗い流されて
What the fuck? I forgot about this part. Oh my god. Okay, once her objective is complete, all of her knowledge is wiped, and she is put back to sleep. Yeah, she is a
知ら
weapon.
ないまま
Oh my god.
吸血鬼を殺すこと以外の意義を持たないよう幽閉される。
There, she spends her days in confinement with no purpose other than to kill vampires. I knew it was sad. I didn't think it was this sad. Oof. She has nothing? Not the simple joy of meeting someone's gaze? Not the fulfillment of conversation with anyone? From the start, she was never given any choice in the matter.
彼女の力は落ちた神祖たちさえ滅ぼせるほど強力だった。
She was strong enough to annihilate even fallen true ancestors.
皮肉ですね。あまりに強大すぎる能力が災いして、
How
彼
ironic
女は神祖の間でも疎まれてしまった。
that this very strength was what isolated her from her own kind.
姫と称えていながら、誰も彼女には近寄らなかった。
They enthralled her as a princess, but none dared to approach her.
城を与えられていながら、彼女の世界は薄暗い地下室だけだった。だから、彼女に感情を与えてくれるものはどこにもいな
What
かった。
the fuck? She was given a castle, yet her world consisted only of a dimly lit chamber. There wasn't a single being around to show her even the slightest affection. If I give you Peak, would you play with me? Yeah, I would play. Yeah, that's what I do when people give me
兵器の
stuff,
手入れ
yeah.
をするように彼女を扱
I
う
mean, I'll cry. Yeah, but I'll play
兵器
Peak.
に余分な機能は必要ないですから。
They treated her like a weapon too, and a weapon doesn't need any unnecessary function to get the job done.
パンを焼く機能も、洗濯物を洗ってくれる機能も不要です。
It doesn't need to know how to bake bread or do laundry. Hey, I know that reference.
そんな余分なものを付属させるなら、もっと兵器らしい機能を付属させるでしょ。
Why waste time adding useless features where you could instead focus on improving its lethality? That's a oof. I was taught never to allow myself any acts. I wasn't recording. I'll get it through the street. I'm so mad at oh my god, I wasn't recording. I'm streaming. That's cool, but I can't edit this properly. I'm a bum. Anyway, her tone was almost sing-song. That explains why her eyes felt so hollow when she said she could rely only on herself. Just upload the VOD. I am gonna upload the VOD. That's what I'm saying. It's like, darn. I can't edit the audio as well, though. That's the problem. She never needed anyone. Not that anyone was ever there. She might not even have realized it.
神祖たちが彼女に求めたものは、高い殺傷能力だけ。
The only thing the true ancestors wanted from her was her ability to
故に
kill.
彼女は何も知らない。
So, they ensure she knew nothing else.
言葉も感情も存在しない。
Not of words, nor of feelings.
非人間である死とより、もっと上のモンスター。
In a way, she was even more of a monster than the dead apostles who had cast away their humanity.
生きている意味も意義も、あの生き物には初めから存在しない。
That means there was never any meaning or significance to life. Maybe that was once the case, but Every single time I saw her, she was so cheerful, always laughing and smiling over the most trivial things. So I just assumed she must have always been like that. What a cruel assumption to make. All along, that girl was actually... Was I really right before when all of this has been so much fun? I never imagined I could be so happy just to be alive. Back then, I couldn't understand what she was going on about. Yet, the Twilight classroom, she tried to work through her insecurities with me, her voice hardly above a whisper.
アルクエイドは長く活動しているくせに、生きるという意味合いを私たちより知り得ていない。
Despite her centuries of existence, she doesn't understand the meaning of life any better than we do.
彼女が行動を許されていたのは、活動時間に換算すると驚くほど短いんです。
While her
彼女の生
lifespan
涯は
exceeds that of
ほぼ
most,
全てが睡眠だった。
she was
それも
only
おそらく闇のような眠りだったのでしょう。
she was only ever permitted to act for a short period of time. She spent nearly her entire lifetime within a deep, dark slumber.
夢すら見ないようでは、そこに人間性など発生するはずがありません。
How can you expect a shred of humanity from one who doesn't even dream? Really? Just talking is plenty fun for me.
そうして落ちた真相をすべて処断した後、彼女が城から出ることはなくなりました。
Once she killed all of the fallen true ancestors, she was never to leave the castle again.
一応の目的が済んだわけですから、真祖たちも彼女にまともな教育を施そうとしたのでしょうね。
From what we know, the true ancestors attempted to give her more suitable education after she served her purpose.
彼女は自由にはなれなかった。
But it was not to be. Her freedom never
本
came.
当に些細な間違いで、城に残った真祖たちを皆殺しにしてしまったから。
The smallest mistake spurred her to slaughter every single true ancestor within the castle. I see. Her entire life she's been raised to kill vampires, so she dutifully fulfilled her orders until no more remained. Until only she was left.
同族であり親である真祖たちを処断した後、彼女は自分から城に閉じこもりました。
After she eliminated all her kin, all of the remaining true ancestors, she shut herself inside the castle.
もう誰もいなくなった真祖たちの城の玉座。城壁から伸びた千の鎖につながれて。
There, she waits at the empty throne, bound by countless chains, stretching from the lifeless castle walls.
ロアという吸血鬼が転生するたびに、眠りから覚めて、わずかな間だけ活動する。
Only to rouse herself from slumber to hunt down Roa whenever he reincarnates. She lived in such a fixed, preordained world. A world where she never got to speak a single word. Ugh, that's terrible. Forgot how hard they hammered this home.
アルクエイド・ブリュンスタッドの正体です。
This is the true nature of Arcueid
彼女は根っ
Bernstead.
からの処刑に、
A woman born to be the executioner of her own
自
kind.
分を縛っていた真祖たちがいなくなっても、まだ吸血鬼殺しだけを目的にして徘徊している。
And though no other true answers remain to bind her, she still wanders this earth in search of vampires to kill.
彼女にはそれ以外の楽しみがないのでしょう。
It is the only thing that could bring her joy. You got it wrong. That isn't making her happy. How didn't I pick up on this before? She always spoke so cheerfully and smiled so radiantly. It's only I looked up more closely, I would have noticed. I would have seen just how lonely she's been up to till now. The fun of talking nonsense with someone until you lose all sense of time. The satisfaction you get from spending an entire day doing nothing, which most people take for granted. It's the little things in life, the trivial everyday moments, that makes her truly happy.
嘘。
No. The worst thing is, I didn't even think she realized what ridiculousness and sad life she's been leaving. I can't accept that this is what her life was like. It's just too unfair, like some cruel joke.
全部
It's all
So da-
wrong. Back then, I barely scraped together half an answer. And for the rest of my life, I might find myself pondering the same question. But at the very least, I figured out what I want to do right now. She doesn't need to find joy of the mundane things in life. All I have to do is make her see the happiness is only a hand grasp away, and I'm sure she'll. Shiki?
もしもし
Hello? The unfamiliar third year shakes me from my thoughts. This is Shiki Tono's reality now. Though it took me far too long to get here, I finally managed to clear my head.
私の話聞いてました？
Were you listening to
い
me?
や、ごめん。記
Oh,
憶にない。
sorry. I didn't know.
先輩が話してたようにも聞こえたし、他の誰かが話してるようにも聞こえてました。
I heard you talking, but at the same time, it was like I was listening to someone else. The girl sighs and nods with a hint of understanding.
つまりですね、彼女は
So what I'm saying is that she.
もういいですよ。
Alright, that's enough.
アルクエイドが何をしていようが、どんなにめちゃくちゃなやつだろうが、もうどうでもいいんです。
I don't care about what Arcueid is meant to do or how messed up she is. None of that matters to
そ
me.
もそもあいつを殺したのは俺なんだし、俺はちゃんと自分のしでかしたことの責任を倍にして返さないと。
I'm the only one who killed her in the first place. It's about time I get my shit together and make up for what I did to her. Oh, sorry, I said someone was calling me. Anyway, that's the only thing I want to do right now. I don't want her to be alone anymore.
そうですか。
I
で
see.
すが、それは本当にあなたが負うべき責任なんですか？
But is it really you that should shoulder the responsibility? To be honest, it wasn't on me, no matter how much I protest otherwise. I understand why this girl is telling me I should remain impartial. Am I really fighting Arcueid's enemy to save the city? It sounds so nice when it's put like that, but I know that isn't true. What I'm actually doing is killing a complete stranger on Arcueid's behalf. Good
で
question,
も
but I shift my gaze up. In front of me are boutiques of flowers, left as offerings to the dead. When I look behind me, the city looks as if it always has, alive and well. A wave of dizziness sweeps over me. It was so bright. Everything I couldn't save, and everything she risked her life to protect. A place of happiness that should be cherished and safeguarded above all else. I'm so pathetic.
でも俺には
But
そういうものと同じぐらい、いや
she's just as important.
それ以上にあいつのことが大切なんだ。
if not more important to me.
あいつが人間なんて気にしない吸血鬼だって言うのなら、俺は吸血鬼なんて気にしない。
Huh?
人気でいい。
Shiki, make that make sense. Alright, quote this, guys. If she's a vampire that doesn't care about humans, then I'll just become a killer that doesn't care about vampires. Okay, Shiki. I know that's a terrible thing for someone to boldly proclaim. I'm no different from Vlavo Roa, a disgrace to humanity. But if it lets me stay with Arcueid, I'll do it.
はあ、呆れました。
My goodness.
ここまで言っても無駄な人とは思いませんでした。
I never took you for such a hopeless case.
申し訳ありません。頑固なのは妹譲りらしくて。
I'm sorry for being so stubborn. My little sister rubbed off on me.
妹さんね。まあ、いいですけど。
Your little sister. Huh. Very well.
せっかくですから、おまけの忠告です。一度吸血衝動を抑えられなかった真相は立ち直れない。もし彼女があなたの前に現れたとしたら、それはあなたの血を吸いに来たということです。
Take this as my last piece of advice. A true ancestor can never go back to normal once she succumbed to her thirst. If you never see her again, she'll come to drain you dry. I doubt that she believes full-heartedly in what she's saying, but I know that Arcueid is just
そん
true.
なことはないですよ。
That won't
だ
happen.
ってあいつはまだ血を吸ってないんだから。
After all, she still hadn't tasted blood.
いいえ、ノエルが止めていなければ、あなたは吸われていました。
If Noelle hadn't stopped, she would have taken yours.
違う。だって止まったんだ。あいつは大丈夫だったんだ。
Shiki's on copium.
だから
No,
誰が邪魔をしなくても
she
結果は変わ
stopped.
りはしなかったんだ。
So, even if nobody had interfered, it would have been worked out all the same. That's right. Arcueid would have stopped herself just in time.
つける薬がありませんね。
I guess there's no cure for
そ
stupidity.
ろそろ飛行機の時間ですので、失礼します。うるさい上司が来て、左遷されてしまったので。
Bruh. Well, I have a plane to catch, so I should be on my way. Upper management dropped by and decided to shut me back home. She walks past me. In the end, we never made eye contact. Nor does she mention her name. Without another word, she passes me by.
でも一つだけ俺からも質問です。
Could I ask just one question before you leave?
どうして俺だけ先輩を覚えていたんですか？
Why am I the only one that remembers you? I may not remember her name anymore, but I definitely remember her?
そんなの、単に消し忘れただけですよ。
I forgot to erase your memories. That's all.
それも、これでおしまいですけどね。
Even so, this is goodbye. The flowers sway gently in the breeze. When I turn to look to see back, I see the back of someone who was once my upperclassmate. I remember neither her face nor her name. Her footsteps fade into the distance. With one last blow before the rubble, I head back to where I was supposed to be. Whoop, 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 whoop. I wonder where we're going today. No, like deadass, I don't remember. I just remember crying a lot. I know we have one more to go, so everything is coming ahead. I make my way back to the mansion. I decided not to drop by Arcueid's apartment. There's no way she'll be there anyway. Besides, I have other things to attend to. I'll be going to look for Arcueid later. Hello, home sweet home. I really hate Makihisa. I really hate that guy. I'm so sorry, Chad. I can't. He's like levels of cartoonishly evil, but it's so disgusting. He's worse than Shikyu at his worst, which is insane.
四季様
Anyway, welcome home, Master Shiki. Hisui greets me upon return.
ただいま。いつもありがとう。
Thanks, Hisui, for always waiting for me. I express my sincere gratitude. Hisui probably been waiting on me every single day. I've been running so ragged that I never paused to consider the problems I caused for her. So, I want to come home before sundown at least once, to allow her to properly carry out her duties. After eating dinner with Akia, I head to my room. At least for tonight. I play some part of a perfect brother. I even managed to hold a decent conversation with Akia and Kohaku. Compared to usually, anyway. Motherfuckers raising so many death flags that I can't keep count of this. As soon as I get back to my room, I gather up my things. There isn't much. Mostly school supplies, really. My knife, which I've grown rather fond of, is already safely tucked away in my pocket. So, that's the only leaves my smartphone and white ribbon. Oh yeah, I forgot about the white ribbon.
さて。
Well then, after giving my room a quick clean, I take a deep breath. I didn't think I'll be saying I forgot how to go back. How do you go back? No, wait, that's auto. Stop. There we go. Blah, blah, blah. I don't think I'll be saying goodbye to a room twice with such a short span of a time. Oops. Okay, I fully intend to return, but I'm covering my bases. It doesn't hurt to show my gratitude now, just in case this is a one-way trip. I turn off the lights. The clock reads 9:30. It's perfect time for me to leave the mansion. Let's go fuck up them dead corpses! Wait, no, I should have just said vampires. Well, vampires are just dead corpses that are somehow moving because of plot. But we don't talk about that. Anyway, it's a little before 10 when I arrived at the park. There's no single soul to be found. Taking a seat on the bench, I count the trickling of the clock while I wait for Arcueid. For a moment, I consider roaming the city in search of her again. But that would be an excuse to finality. Blip, blip, blip. She wants to avoid me. I won't find her, let alone catch her. It's better just to wait here. We did make a promise, after all, that we meet here. There's still time to fulfill that promise tonight. I won't fail to keep my word again. And if Arcueid cares enough to, she'll be here. Having faith and waiting for her is the best thing I can do right now. No! Why did you quote that? Bruh, at least clip it. Anyway, time passes. Those hands on the clock steadily curves away from the hours. The weight is suffocating. My body can't stand even another second. What am I doing? Sitting here like some fond ornament. I should be out there looking for her. In stark contrast to my body, my mind remains calm. I look up at the night sky and the brilliant moon. It was awfully quiet, as if this world is composed solely of me and her. If I can wait here under the circumstances, nothing will deter me. I stay as long as it takes. I'm happily suffocate if necessary. The moon was so bright before, but now its a gentle glow is fading. There's only 3 hours left until dawn. Once the sun rises, it will be all over. It would mean that the nights Arcueid and I spent happily hunting down vampires are behind us for good. Not that I can do anything about that now. Ah. A painful sigh escaped my lips. I'm not sure if I shall laugh or just wallow in despair. Either way, there's nothing much else I could do. That's when I spot a silver of white in the shadows. She must have believed she's been hiding, but she's tragically unsuited for stealth.
おい、もう3時だぞ。いつまで待たせるんだ、バカ。
Hey, it's 3 in the morning. How long are you gonna keep me waiting, idiot? I call up from my spot on the bench. A surprised gasp betrays her cover. Shake my head. Arcueid reveals herself a second later. She looks like a startled rabbit in a snowy field. Weird analogy, but okay. Oh, there's like a little halo around her. Arcueid doesn't say a word. She won't meet my eye, or get closer either.
アルクエイド。
Arcueid? I said her name, but she doesn't acknowledge me. It's a struggle to find the words. Everything I thought of earlier vanishes the second I saw her. Shit. What can I even say to get her smiling again? I'm scared that anything I tell her will only make her more sad. Time feels like it's slowing down, stretching into eternity. Yet the hands of the clock would say hardly a moment has passed. When Arcueid looks up, she flinches like she were looking into a bright light.
四季、いつまでも帰らないんだもの。
You just wouldn't go home, Shiki.
放っておけなくて来ちゃったわ。本当はこのまま部屋に帰ろうって思ってたのに。
I didn't want to leave you all by yourself, so here I am. I really thought you'd be gone by now. Her voice trembles a little here and there, but she seems more like her cheerful self from before.
そりゃ帰らない。お前はもう会わないとか言ってたけど。
Now?
これとは別問題だろ。
Bruh. No sense of time, chat. Shake my head. Of course I wasn't gonna go. You said we shouldn't meet here again, but what did you expect me to
こ
do?
こで待ち合わせるのが俺たちの約束だ。一緒に吸血鬼を倒してくれるんだろ。
You promised to meet here, and we're supposed to beat that vampire together. So please stop looking at me like that. If you don't, I won't be able to refrain from grabbing you with everything I got. Jesus Christ!
まだそんなこと言ってるの？
Really? You still haven't given up on that?
ああ。アルクエイドとの約束は破らないって言っただろ。
Yeah, I told you I'll keep my word from now on.
今夜はまだお前の手助けをしていない。
So, here I am, ready to lend a hand.
いいよ。もうそんなのはいいの。
It's fine. We don't have to do this anymore.
四季は一人で帰って。
Go home, Shiki.
ロアのことなら私が何とかしてみせるから。
I'll do something about Roa myself.
いいって何がいいんだ、アルクエイド。
Fine. There's nothing fine about it, Arcueid.
言うまでもないでしょ。やっぱり私は吸血鬼で、四季は人間だっていうことよ。
We both know this isn't right. I'm a vampire. You're a human.
私は四季に助けてもらう資格なんてなかった。 協力なんて求めてはいけなかった。
I don't deserve your help. I should have never asked you to help out in the first place.
そんなことにも気づかないままで、私はあと少しであなたを台無しにしてしまうところだった。
I knew this from the start, but I still did it, and I came this close to ruining you because of it.
だから
So? It's fine, she mutters under her breath. I fought back the urge to yell at her. The ship sailed a long time ago. I knew that I was in for the second I told her I'll help out. I knew I still promised to help, so I refused it to let it end like this. I refused to let it end like it.
アルクエイド、
Arcueid,
ここでのことなら気にする必要はないだろ
don't worry about
う。
what
お前は
happened.
体が弱ってて、ただ疲れていただけなんだ。
You were just weak and tired back then. That's all.
俺はバカだからさ。お前の嘘に気づいてやれなかった。お前を苦しめてたのは体の傷なんかじゃなくて吸血衝動ってやつだったんだろう。俺の血が欲しくてあんな真似をしたんじゃない。
But I was too stupid to realize you were hiding something. I should have known that it wasn't your... Oh, I need to sleep properly. Okay, anyway, it wasn't your injuries that bothered you, but your blood-sucking impulses. You only did that because you craved my blood. About blood, I'm gonna play Code Vein for the channel. I find it's on sale right now for like $5 and I bought it, so I'm very intrigued about that. Sounds like someone talked to the burial agency. Arcueid was looking more exhausted than upset.
ああ、話は全部聞いた。全部聞いた上、お前には問題なんてないよ、アルクエイド。
Yeah, I heard everything. That's why I can say this without a shadow of a doubt. There is nothing wrong with you, Arcueid.
今は苦しいけど、何日かすれば元に戻るんだろ
I know things are tough now, but you'll go back to normal soon enough, right?
う。なら、気にする必要はない。
So, don't worry about it.
それにあの夜だって、あんなに苦しそうだったのに、ちゃんと我慢できたじゃないか。だから大丈夫だよ。これ
You
からも
managed
今までみたいにやっていける。
You managed to make it through last night, didn't you? Even though you were in so much pain, you'll be okay. We can just continue as usual. Arcueid's smile is weak and wary.
式は全然わかってない。
You don't get it at all, do you?
無理なのよ。こうなっちゃったら。
It's over. There is no going back.
私は今でも式の血が欲しいと思っているんだから。
Even now, all I can think of is how badly I want your blood.
思ってるだけだろ。なら、気合い入れて我慢しろ。
Thinking isn't the same as doing. Just tough it out.
今までだって、そうやって頑張ってきたんじゃないのか、お前は。
That's what you've been doing so far, right?
そうよね。今までそうやって自分を抑えてきた。
Yeah,
抑えてこれた。
this entire time, I've been holding myself back.
けど、もうダメみたい。
But I can't. Not anymore.
私は浅はかで、吸血鬼殺しだけが私の意味なのに、余分なことをたくさんしちゃった。
I was too careless and I wasted so much time doing pointless stuff when I should have been focused on killing
何も
vampires.
知らなければ、何かを欲しいだなんて思うこともなかった。式なんかに頼らず、自分だけで敵を追っていればよかった。
If I had... If... Bleh, bleh, bleh. Hi, friend. I'm here to watch you cry as the Twitch notification prophet. You missed it. My chat was bullying me. Anyway. Let's see here. If I hadn't learned about anything, I wouldn't have wanted anything. I should have just gone after my target without even relying on you.
そうすれば、一人で何もかも片付けられたのに。
If I had, I could have taken care of it by myself. Without me? No! Now there's 3 of y'all! God damn it! Damn it! I just don't know how to deal with her. I'm the worst. Why are you crying? I should be crying! I'm just so mad. It makes me want to cry. Well, we're not in chapter 12. Chapter 12 is gonna make me cry 110%. I feel it. She should have done it all alone. I'm not sure if she's lying to herself or just putting on a brave face, but who does she think she's fooling with the miserable expression? Grr yourself! Square up!
もう頭くれ。いい加減にしろ、この最上級バカ女。
Gah! You're pissing me off! Cut it out. How big of an idiot can you be? I'm at my limit. I jump from the benches and I yell at her.
最上級？最上級バカって言った今。
Are you really calling me an idiot? Now of all times?
ああ、気に食わなければ
Chat is on site. Anyway.
何でも付け足してやれ。ふざけやがって。何が自分だけで敵を追ってればよかっただ。
You bet I am. You're the biggest idiot on Earth. No, in this entire galaxy. This whole goddamn universe. What the hell are you thinking? Saying you should have gone about it all alone.
一人じゃ無理だから。一人じゃできないことがあるって気づいたから。俺に手を貸せって言ったんだろ。なら。
Damn, Saber's looking Motherfucker! It's Arcueid Boots! I can't even be mad. Same face syndrome, Tachiguchi! Get your shit together! I'm joking. I can't even be mad. Oh god, anyway, sorry, this is such a serious scene. Weren't you the one that said you couldn't do it all alone? By demanding my help, you should at least have the decency to accept it till the job's done.
俺が助ける。何があっても、お前が何でも関係ない。
I'm going to help you, and I don't care what happens or who you are.
俺はずっとお前を助けるから。
I will always be there for you. So, for your own sake.
二度ともういいなんて言わないでくれ。
Ha! You got Nero this time! Suck it! Don't you ever insist you'll be fine on your own again.
そなたが世のマスターか。
Not when you finally found a little bit of happiness in your life. You can't just give up on that so easily.
シキ、あなた泣いてるの？
Shiki? Are you crying?
わけないだろ。なんで俺がお前のために泣かなくちゃいけないんだ。
Of course I'm not! Why would I cry over you? Huh? And even if I were, there'll be tears of rage. Ah, yes. Pada pada do. Da na 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 na. Na 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 na. I'm sorry, you unlocked you unlocked the trigger. Pada do, pada do, da 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 da. Da na 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 na. I'm sorry, why am I singing Christmas? I mean, Arcueid's birthday's on Christmas, but we don't talk about that right now. Anyway, my emotions must be getting out of whack from all the nonsense Arcueid keeps sprouting.
もうとにかく吸血鬼探しは続けるからな。
We're gonna continue this vampire hunt, alright?
ロアとかいうやつを殺せばお前だって休めるんだろ。
As soon as we kill this Roa, you can finally take a break.
そうすれば万事解決だ。問題なんて一つもない。
And then when everything's back to normal again. I keep my back to her so she can't see me tearing up. I didn't know how should I feel about that Richard singing. I'm sorry, I don't know all the lyrics. Okay, I won't sing no more, chat. Y'all mean. I can't even jokingly butcher sing. Oh, sorry. Yeah, you know what? Fuck you. You guys don't deserve my singing. Nah. Mean. Anyway, I keep the back of her so she can't see me tearing up. Arcueid quietly listens, a terribly calm in her eyes, before shaking her head. Ow. About bad emotes. It's about to be a no emote chat.
やっぱりダメなんだ、四季。
I'm afraid this isn't. I'm afraid it isn't simple, Shiki.
あの時、四季の首筋に触れた時、四季は私は我慢できていたと言ってくれたけど、
You say I can't manage to restrain myself when I press my lip against your neck, but I did it.
一瞬だけ止まったのは、四季が私を怖がったから。
I only stopped because you were afraid of me.
私、今まで何人もの人
You
間に
mean
怖
you
がられてきた。
want to
だから
preventing
自分に向けられる
emo?
嫌悪の念なんて、もう何も感じなくなってた。
I have the power! Anyway, it's not like humans being scared of me is anything new. I barely even notice anymore when someone hurls contempt my way.
でも、おかしいよね。四季が私をそういう風に見るのだけは、すごく嫌だったんだ。
And yet, when you look at me
私は
with
どうあっても
those eyes,
四季にとって化け物なのに。
I really hated it. Strange, right? Even though I'm surely no more than a monster in your eyes. She laughs. A dry, forced laugh.
違う。俺は怖がってなんかいない。あれはいきなりのことだったから。
I guess I'm a vampire too. Humans are scary. True. True. You're not wrong. I wasn't scared. I was just a little surprised, that's all. This is how I look at her with my eyes. It's a lot. You're not looking. Oh, I get the joke. Never mind. Honestly, I thought you would be crossed, like, your eyes going in the middle, but never mind. It's a lie so obvious it wouldn't even fool me. It's plain expression. Arcueid refuses to look at me in the eye. Here I go again, ignoring what Master once taught me. If you tell a lie that can't even fool yourself, you'll just hurt the other person.
私が一瞬だけ止まったのはそのせい。
That's the only reason why I stopped.
四季にそんな目で見られるのが怖かった。この先もあんな目で見られたら私はきっと壊れてしまう。
I was so scared when you looked at me that way. I just knew if I had ever saw that look again, it'll break me.
だから。
Okay, boss, please enjoy stream. Laters. Alright, bye, man. So, I think it's best what we don't meet again.
それがきっとお互いのためなんだって。
It'd be better for both of us. Sorry. Goodbye, person of humanity. Apologies.
待っていてくれてありがとう、四季。
Thank you for waiting for me today, Shiki.
でも待ち合わせ
I'm a fish. Okay, goodbye, creature of the deep. I'm not even human. You know what? Why am I saying bye? That's I should save that for my fellow humans. You're right. Apologies. Anyway, but this time, this is the last time you need to make good on that promise. This is what I mean. I'm not saying bye to you anymore. Leave. Shoo shoo. Goodbye. It was a mistake for us to get this close. She turned her back to me, as if to avoid my gaze. Oh. She might be right. If we haven't gotten this close, then none of this would have ever happened. If I could return to my day-to-day routine, Arcueid would have gone back to being alone. Neither of us would have to worry about the other.
そうだな。本当に慣れ合いすぎた。
Yeah, we definitely grew closer than what we should have.
けど、俺はそれでいいと思うよ。
I don't see that as a bad thing,
だ
though.
っていつまでも一人きりは寂しいだろ。
It's better than always being alone, isn't it? Arcueid doesn't have answers, but I know a slight tremor in her shoulders.
町のことは心配しないで。私は絶対にロアを殺す。相打ちになっても必ず仕留める。
You wouldn't need to worry about this city any longer, Shiki. I'll definitely kill Roa, even if I go down with him.
だから式はもういいの。この町はすぐに元の形に戻って、心配するようなことはなくなるから。
You can definitely rest easy. Soya will be back to normal enough soon. Even though I can't see her face, her voice still lacks her usual cheer. I can't stand it anymore. If I try to be the mature one about this, but even I have my limits.
バカ。俺が心配してんのはそんなことじゃない。
Dumbass. As if that's the thing I'm worried about. I closed in on Arcueid. She looks like she might run away at any moment, so I placed my hand on her shoulder and spun her around before she can find a chance.
式。
はっきり言わなくちゃわかんないなら口にする。
Fine, I'll spell it out for you so if I have
いい
to.
か。俺が手助けをすると言ったのは、町
I
を
didn't
騒がしてい
agree
る吸血鬼を倒すためじゃない。
to help you so we could take down the vampires terrorizing the
自
city.
分が住んでいる町を守るとか、そんなご大層な理由なんて。
And it
本当は
wasn't to
なかったん
protect
だ。
my home at anything. I never had any lofty reasons like that. It's the first time I'm admitting it out loud. All the cards are on the table. But it's the truth, plain and
単
simple.
純に。お前が好きだから。お前の力になりたかったから。協力するって言ったんだ。
I'm doing this because I love you. I wanted to become your strength, and that's why I helped.
それを今さら。なかったことになんて。できない。
I just can't pretend I don't feel anything anymore. I say it as it is. I throw my arms around her trembling body. I don't sense any resistance in her voice, but she's stunned, frozen in my
お
embrace.
前が俺の血を欲しいと思っているのならそれでいい。
And if you want my blood, that's fine too. The gentle brush of her breath makes my throat squeeze up.
式。痛い。腕、痛いよ。
Ouch, Shiki, you're squeezing me too tight. Her voice caresses my ears in a way that makes my heart leap.
そんなものホワイトだ。だって
That makes us even in that case. I send a long glance her way, an analytic confession of desire best unsaid.
俺だってずっとお前が欲しいって思ってた。
The truth is, I wanted you this entire time.
こうしている今もアルクエイドの心音を聞いて気が狂いそうなくらい欲情してる。
Even now, I want you so bad. Just the sound of your heartbeat drives me wild. Thump. My arms are wrapped firmly around her, our chests pressed closely. I feel the drumming of her heart.
違うよ、式。それはただこの瞬間だけ私に気が触れてるだけだもの。
Shiki, all of this is just temporary. You're feeling this way now, but
それでもいい。
so what?
今アルクエイドを愛してるならそれが当の式の真実だ。
I love you
その
right
後
now.
のことなんて知らない。
That's all that matters. I couldn't care less about the future.
それとも俺のこと嫌いか。
Unless you're saying you don't like me? Thump. The sound of my heart thumping, then freezing with temperature.
ダメ。 の質問には答えられない。
You know I can't answer that. My heart stopped just for a second. But then, as if sensing my anguish, her arms coiled around me. She's gentle at first, and she grips me tighter and tighter. She squeezes me with both arms, holding me just as desperately as I'm holding her. The embrace lasts only a moment. I'm not sure who broke away first. I think we both pulled away at the same time, so that we might look at each other again. Arcueid's eyes are downcast, her cheeks tinted a deep red. A wave of relief rushing through my veins. She's here, with me. There's no way we'll be torn apart again.
よかった。やっとアルクエイドを捕まえた。
Good, I finally caught you.
正直に言うと、ずっと怖かった。俺はあの時、お前にひどいことをした。
To be honest, I've been so scared
信じながら、もう会え
after
ないと思ってたんだ。
how horribly I was to you yesterday. I thought you would keep your word, but I was still worried we might never see each other again. Her hair sways gently. She raises her head as if to say something, but then lowers it again after meeting my eyes. Her cheeks are redder than before. Cute.
ダメだよ、シキ。
That's no good, Shiki.
あのことは忘れましょうって言ったのに。
I told you to forget about that. Her voice trails off weakly. She's been so concerned about me. She's avoiding what happens in the alley? And here I was still being inconsiderate.
悪い。俺がバカだった。これじゃあ、お前のこと怒鳴る資格なんかないよな。
Sorry, I'm such an idiot. I don't have the right to be yelling at you, do I?
そうじゃなくて、責任があるとしたらそれは私の方。だから忘れてって言ったのに。
No, if anyone's to blame, it's me. That's why I told you to forget about it. You can't be serious. You can't make that face and then ask me to forget. If anything, I'll never forget this moment. You must be the devil to ask that. Never mind a
違
vampire.
うよ。俺が悪いと言ってるのは、昨べのことじゃない。俺がバカだって言っているのは、忘れるべきことをどうしても忘れられないからだし。
I wasn't apologizing for last night. I'm saying I'm an idiot because there's no way I could ever forget what you told me to forget.
シキ。
今日だって、朝からずっとお前のことを考えてた。
I've been thinking about you all day.
お前に会えたら、なんて謝って、なんて言ったらいいだろうってずっと考えてた。
About what should I say to you if I ever saw you again? About how should I apologize?
お
And
前
as
に
much
謝りたいと思いながら、俺はあの時のことが頭から離れなかった。
Okay, Shiki. We're skipping that one. Arcueid looks away. I could barely face her myself, especially after blurting all that out. Still, it was the truth. It wasn't her mystic eyes that enthralled me. Just seeing her drives me crazy even now. I don't think that's good, Shiki. She doesn't respond. Both of us are waiting for the other to break the silence.
本当のことを言えばね。
I mean, if we're being honest, her voice is a little shaky. She confessed the reddened cheeks and a hint of embarrassment in her voice.
私だって忘れられなかったよ。四季。
I don't think I could forget about that either. At least she, at last she met my eyes. Oops. Caught in a moment, I end up hugging her real hard again. Who can blame me? If I had the withdrawal to hold back after seeing her make that face, I might as well stop calling myself a sentient being. Though, I will admit, it was a little abrupt. A little? Bro, you ran in there.
ごめん。いきなり抱きついた。
Sorry, I couldn't help myself. I remained myself to restrain the feral beast within. Arcueid giggles softly against my chest. She wraps her arms around my back again, comfortably resting her weight against me.
四季ってすごいね。
You're amazing, Shiki. Her arms gives me a gentle squeeze. The sensation is enough to make me melt.
すごいって具体的には。
Amazing? In what way?
すごく乱暴。今まで出会ったどんな人より野蛮で笑っちゃった。
Amazingly animalistic. You're wilder than any dead apostle I met. It's kind of hilarious. Oh, sorry. I'm working on it.
でもおかしいね。殺した男と殺された女がこうして抱き合ってるなんて。
It's really funny. I don't think many murder victims wind up hugging their killers. I notice that Arcueid trembles as she whispers the words. Could her wound still hurt?
大丈夫か、アルクエイド。
Are you okay?
多分嬉しいんだと思う。
Happy?
いろんな感情が溢れてきて体がポワッとして方が自分のものじゃないみたい。
Cute.
ねえ、四季なら私がどんな顔をしているかわかるか
Alright,
な。
let's see this one.
無茶言うな。抱き合ったまま顔を見られるもんか。
Dummy, I can't see your face while I'm hugging you. But I adjust my grip slightly. Just enough to hold her tight.
でもきっと同じ顔をしていると思う。
But I think it's the same face I'm making.
頬がバカみたいに緩みっぱなしだ。
My cheeks hurt from smiling this hard. Our bodies pressed together. We shared a laugh. A joy far stronger than simple desire flows my chilled body with warmth.
ねえ、四季。
She whispers into my ear, a gentle, almost sleepy sound.
私を守ってくれるのなら今夜は帰ってほしくない。
Aww. She noses her face into my shoulder. There's only 1 hour left until dawn. When morning comes, our time together will be up. I know how she feels. I can't stand to be apart from her either. Arcueid's room has... Oh, I know this scene. We're the ones who have changed. I just made out Arcueid's moving behind me. My emotions are running wild. My body is urging me to turn and pull her into my arms again. My thoughts, on the other hand, are surprisingly calm. I don't understand it very well. Maybe is just that. A strange balance between sanity and insanity.
アルクエイド。
Arcueid. I'm about to turn and face her. And just before I do, I feel a light touch of her fingers against my back.
振り向かないで。しばらくこのままでいて。
Oh my god. Her voice is calm. Her palm flies flatly against my back, unmoving, as if she was checking something.
ねえ四季、私が初めてあなたを待っていた時のこと覚えてる？
Shiki, do you remember when I first waited for you outside of your school?
覚えてるよ。自分が殺した相手がニコニコ顔で待ち伏せてたんだ。
How can I
忘れ
forget?
られるわけない
It's
だろ。
not the first. It's not every day you see your murder victim waiting to greet you with a big grin.
あの時ね、
Yeah, to be honest,
私あなたのことがすごく憎かった。
back then I seriously hated you. Despite the subject matter, her voice is gentle and sweet.
もう自分でも吸血衝動は抑えられないと分かっていて、
I knew from the start I wouldn't be able to contain the thirst for much longer.
とこれが最後のチャンスだって覚悟してロアを追いかけて、
I was chasing after Roa, fully aware that this would be my last chance.
ようやく見つけたと思った時に見ず知らずの誰かに殺されて、何もかも壊されてしまった。
But just as I thought I found him, some complete stranger kills me and made everything come crashing
あ
down.
の時の私にはただ憎しみしかなかった。
I was absolutely consumed with hatred.
そうして自分を殺した誰かを探し出して、あなたが来るのをね、あの道でずっと待っていた。
Whoa. So I decided to search for a man who killed me. I waited there for hours for you to arrive.
早く来なさい。私に気がついた瞬間に寸分たがわず同じ目に合わせてあげるからって。
I just kept thinking, come on, show up already. The moment you noticed me, I was gonna make you suffer the same fate.
本当にあなたのことが憎かった。
I really hated you then.
憎くて胸が張り裂けそうになるくらいずっと待ち続けていた。
I hated you so badly. Every second I spent waiting for you, it felt like my heart might burst. Her fingers clutched the back of my shirt.
アルクエイド。
でもね、私をあんな風に殺した相手なんて今までいなかった。少しだけどんなやつなんだろうって興味もあった。
But you know, there's never been anyone who could kill me like that before. A part of me was curious what kind of person you might be.
それにあんな風に誰かを強く思うなんてこと今までなかった。
I don't think I ever thought about anyone that much or that strongly in my entire life.
初めはただ憎しみしかなかった。けどあなたはどんな人間なのかなって思った時、狂って反転しちゃった。
At first, all I felt was hatred, but when I wondered what sort of person you are, that flipped in its head.
もう1秒でも早く会いたくなった。
Meeting you was all I could think of.
私をあんな風に殺したやつ、私が初めて自分を見失うぐらいにずっと思い続けている誰かに。
I wanted to meet the person. I wanted to meet my killer. I wanted to meet the person who could cause my thoughts to swallow me whole.
シキ、さっき言ったよね。一人は寂しいだろうって。
Hold on.
私、そんなことはないと思ってた。
I'm going to the bathroom real quick, BRB. Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, my old man's in the shower, so that's just an L. Anyway, Shiki, earlier you asked me if I was sad being alone, but I don't think I ever thought it that way.
けど、あんなにも
But
苦しく誰
while
か
I
を
was
思って、
waiting for you,
あなた
while
を
I
今
was
か今
going
かと待
crazy
ち
over
続けた
you,
時の気持ちは
I felt
すごく幸せだった。
truly happy.
本当は今す
I
ぐにで
wanted
も
to
会い
look
に
at
行きた
you
いけど、
straight away,
我
but
慢
in
して
hindsight, I'm
あ
glad I
なたがやっ
decided
て
to
く
wait
る
it
のを
out.
待っあの時間は楽しかったよ。
Because even
すごく
the
ドキ
wait
ドキして
was a lot of
シキ
fun.
がどんな人
It
な
was
んだろうって
exciting.
勝手
My
に
heart
想
was
像したりも
pounding.
した。
All I could do was imagine what kind of person you might be. Arcueid pulls her hand away.
思えばね、
When I think about it
そ
now,
の時から私
that
は
was
誰
the
かを必
moment
要
when I
としてし
started
まって、
feeling I
一
couldn't do
人の自
anything
分を
on my
物足り
own.
なく感じてしまった。
That I needed someone else.
シキは私
You
のこと
said
を
you loved me,
私は
but honestly,
シキに会う前
I
から
may have loved you before
あ
we
なた
even
自身
met. Her voice is so precious. There's no need for me to hold back any longer. I spin around and pulled her into my arms. Let's go! Let's go! Woo! We did it, boys! We're in endgame! Our lips meet. I'm not sure which one of us sought out the others first, but it's a tender embrace. Our lips are joined, like we were trying to sense each other's very being. I cease breathing as I drink her in. Her lips are soft beyond imagination. It's hard to fathom we were connected like this. The thought alone was enough to send my mind into a meltdown, though her actual touch is nothing but warm and inviting. She trembles ever so slightly, yet she doesn't seem the least bit afraid, with her closed eyes and cherry-picked cheeks. The kiss is warm enough to take my breath away. I was already headed over heels for her. I never imagined that one kiss could make me love her so much more than I already did. We slowly part, our arms still carefully wrapped around one another. Our eyes peer into each other's depths.
今のキスだったね。
That was a kiss, huh? Her bright crimson eyes peered up at me. Wisp of golden hair trace her movements.
アルクエイド、こういうの嫌か。
私すごくドキドキしてる。
Thump. Sure enough, it beats loud enough for me to hear it. The sound only matched by my own.
でもちょっと困っちゃった。私いいのかなって。
いいのかなって何が？
だってね、シキ。唇を重ね合ったりする吸血鬼なんていないよ。
My cheeks go red. She says it with a shy, teasing giggle. You. Just like that is checkmate. I'm totally defeated. I forgot about anything else, and I forgot about who I am. All that matters is the two of us falling onto the bed in a tight embrace. I reach for her hair, for her bare flesh, but I restrain myself just in time. Oh man, I'm on the verge of hyperventilating. Little words! I can't make the same mistake again, no matter how much I want her. I can't let my own selfishness desires take control of me. Arcueid looks up underneath me.
いいよ、シキ。あの時の続
Hey
き。
yo? Her eyes glimmer with adoration and joy, seeming to offset any nerves she might be feeling. My breath meet hers. Our flesh meld together as one. We did it! We did it! Arousal and payoff. I'm not reading that. They did the dance, the devil's tango. Let's go. I'm so happy for them, honestly. I don't know how he bagged this one, but he did. Don't mimic him, guys. It won't work out IRL. It will not. It will not. With a deep breath, I collapse onto the bed sheets. For someone who never dreams, this is what I imagine it would be like. Arcueid lays asleep next to me, her fingers still laced with mine, clutching my hand with her content look on her face. I feel a little bashful thinking about what we just done, but having made love to her, I can't say I have a single regret, except maybe I wish to have kept it together. If I had been more in control of everything, I could have savored the warmth of her skin and flesh in her face.
まだ無理かな。
That's crazy
今
thought.
はついていくのが精一杯だし。
I barely kept up with her. If I'm not sure if I'll be able to keep a cool head around Arcueid in the future. Even now, I'm so enraptured by her. Yeah, sorry about that. Apologies. Even now, so en- enraptured by her, I can barely remember what we did. I'll remember that it made it felt impossibly good. So good, it left me exhausted far beyond belief. I don't think I can get up from the bed if I tried. Sitting back a yarn, I watch Arcueid's sweet visions. I really love her. And to think she actually reciprocated my one-sided feelings. Our forms of love might be different, but at very least, I know Arcueid needs me too. That alone is enough to make me filled with joy. Not just because I want it, but because Arcueid, who has always been alone, decided she needed me.
そうだ。
Yeah, from now on, we'll be a duo. My consciousness starts to fade. Looks like I'm just about to reach my limit. I settle into the bed sheets and take a deep breath. I allow myself to drift into deep, beautiful sleep. I have bills! I always be remembering the weirdest shit at the worst times. Anyway, at some point while I'm sleeping, I dream that Arcueid wakes up before me. She fidgets quietly as if she plans to Chisen's mischief. I asked her what she's doing.
あれ仕切ったら起きてたの？
Oh, you're awake, Shiki? Not as much awake as half asleep. Thanks to you, my body isn't really responding my brain right now.
そっか。嬉しいけど、なんか恥ずかしいね。
Arcueid giggles girlishly. It's a bit strange that I could see her with my eyelids closed, but she looks happy, so I don't linger on the details.
ねえ、四季。
What's up? I asked her again. I'm sure she's tired too. It'll be better to rest till midnight. Oh, rest till night.
もしもよ。もし私が本当の吸血鬼になったら、四季はどうするかな？
I got a what if for you. What if I became a full-fledged vampire? What would you do? That's a weird thing to ask. It's not like it'll happen anyway. She's terrified of drinking blood.
だから、もしもの話。
Well, that's why it's a what if.
生きるために他の生命を奪うことは、自然界じゃ当然の摂理だと言ったでしょ？もしも、私がそうなってしまった場合の話。
Stop that. It won't happen. Besides, I already told you that I didn't like what ifs.
そう？私はイフって好きよ。
That is true.
どんな結果になるかわからないけど、とりあえずその時は救いがあるような気がするから。
Right. I think he said something like that before.
うん。だから、四季がもっとひどいやつだったら、私はどうしてたかなって。
Ah.
大好きよ、四季。こんな気持ちを持たせてくれて、それを言葉として伝えさせてくれるなんて。
That's cute. But concerning. What's happening? Is she crying?
それじゃあ、四季が目を覚ます前に行くね。
Bro.
面と向かってさよならが言えないから、これで許して。
Faintly, I can make out the click of a door. I'm still asleep, but the sound echoes through the haze. My eyes come open. Dazzling sunlight shimmers through the color tints. I check the clock and realize it's a little afternoon.
やば、学校。
Ooh. Wait, wasn't school like... We don't have school. It's Saturday. Oh, no, they're Japanese. My bad. Oh. Oh, never mind. I thought they had Saturday school. Apologies. I don't have to go to school today, though if I had to be concerned about anything, is that I stayed over at Arcueid's place without saying a word to anyone at the mansion. Come to think of it, I had a strange dream. In it, I was talking to Arcueid and she gave me a kiss at the end.
はあ、なんか緩み切ってるな、俺。
Yeah, you are, Shiki. The fact that I had such a self-indulgent dream while Arcueid is asleep right next to me is further proof that I'm drowning in happiness.
そう思うだろ、歩く。
I turn around and look at the bed. My sentence is cut short.
アルクエイド。
Arcueid? I stared at the bed in stunned confusion. There's no one there. Arcueid is gone. I better get going. I remember now that what she told me in my dream.
ちょっと、待て。
Yeah. We quickly searched the apartment. She's nowhere to be found. I only found one thing out of place. A single note left on the table.
No.
What? It's some sort of joke? This note is short. Bye. Nothing else.
なん、
I don't want to believe it, but I can't help but understand why she did it.
なんで。
Oh, she's seeing white. That's not good. This isn't right. Bye. That's all. It's way too simple. Didn't we make a promise? Didn't we agree to see things through together? I said I will help. So why? Why did you decide to go at it alone? Again.
なんでなんだ、アルクエイド。
Crumbling the note in my fist, I cried out with all my might. Only a few seconds later, I run out of her room like a madman to scour the town and search for her. Bro, we are going through it. Oh, come on, they're just flexing their good art now. Which is, it's good art, I don't know what to tell you. I can't find her anywhere. I know she never showed her face before me again. But that doesn't mean I'm giving up. This is driving me mad. I need to track her down, to yell at her for being such a huge idiot, but I can't find her. And now, I'll never see her again. I'm hit with a somber realization that it's all over. She'd take on Roma by herself, and when all this settled, she'd disappear forever. It's possible she has already done so, in which case, she's long since left the city. Just before the insanity sets in, I can only think of one other thing. An awful screech of Casetas echoing in my ears. I am the Casetas huss. My body is light, hollow, and capable of thought. Oof, that's terrible. This is what it's like when your soul leaves your body. I can't even cry. But the legs ached to empty shell still walks, like an animal relying on a homing instinct. Though nothing remains within me, my body guides itself back to its den. That's crazy work. That's like the worst thing that could happen, honestly. But Arcueid's not human, so I don't think she understands the impact she just had on Ichiki right there. Anyway, I think we're at the last frickin'. Oh my god, we are completing games week after week. We are awesome. Alright, sorry. Anyway, thank you everyone for showing up, and I'll be wrapping it up here. Take care of yourself, and let's continue on with the witching hour next time. I'll see you tomorrow. Boop.